Oh, hello, and welcome back to the Blêrie podcast. This is where I am here with Arod to entertain you guys. Also, it's where I pretend to be in a good mood for your entertainment. But the truth is, I'm not. Why? Why not? So during the week, I was watching an episode of 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, which if you haven't watched it yet, do it. It's hilarious. Anyway, on that show, every contestant comes with a mascot that helps them through the show. And I thought, that's funny. I'm going to steal that. But it has to appear like it's my own idea. So we're going to call it something else. We're going to say a talisman.
A talisman.
A talisman.
A talisman.
Stalagmiete en stalactiete. I don't know where that came from. Anyway. So, whilst Arod and I was chatting over the phone, I told him, bring a mascot. Don't tell me what it is. Just something to carry you through the show and make you feel better about your life. So, first of all, hello, Arod, how are you?
Well, good, thank you, and you. That was quite the intro.
Thank you. It ran long, but I have a lot to say.
Yes,
as per normally.
And about stalactite work, apparently.
Don't know where that came from.
Me neither, but it's out there now.
It's on the internet, so I can never take it back.
No.
What is your mascot? Tell me more.
My mascot, well, not only because of last week's episode that people talked to me about something, I heard a specific radio host also mention, does it or does it not go inside the fridge? And I was inspired because as a DJ, I called him DJ Toe Momati, like Timo ODV. And of course, because it's all gold, it's got a smile. And and it's happy to see you. Because that's how I feel every time I see all gold.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are you going to be eating this during our episode? Because
Probably.
then I'm out.
Oh, show you how it should be tasted.
Who spoke about the tomato sauce?
Mr. Bester, yeah, he spoke about it this morning. And also I did see a poll on the interwebs, on Instagram.
And what was the consensus? Do you put all gold or any other tomato sauce in the fridge, or do you eat at room temperature? Like,
I feel this podcast has seen as that. So apparently you put it in the fridge.
I could have told you that without needing to run a poll. Okay, but I'm glad you got your mascot.
Thank you.
Hopefully it will guide you through this episode.
Yes.
I also brought a mascot. Do you want to see it?
Please.
Okay.
What is your mascot and can it change lives?
My mascot for today is a dead rose. Ask me why.
So your mascot is a dead rose. Why is that?
Because when you look at it, it's strangely beautiful.
Yes.
But it's all sorts of dead inside.
Okay.
And I relate it.
I feel like it's very dead on the outside as well.
But it's gorgeous.
Is it?
It's gorgeous.
Is it
and dead inside, just like its mommy.
Oh my gosh.
Which is I. So, this mascot is going to teach me during this episode, no matter how cock things are, or how dead you look, how pale your skin is, how much you look like maybe an undercover homeless.
Yes.
Can I say that?
Possibly. I don't think we'll get cancelled.
Anyway, this is my talisman.
Is that your talisman?
We can't say mascot.
We can't say mascot.
It appear like we stole it from another show.
From another show, yes.
Which we did. Anyway,
lend to, borrow from. I've always learned.
What does that mean?
When in Rome.
The energy is not energying at the moment. I love that saying. You know, it works for everything. You know, like the math isn't mathing.
Uh-huh.
Or maybe you go to a restaurant and you're like, this steak isn't steaking.
Oh, it's like Christmas, the gift isn't gifting.
I like that one. I've received plenty of gifts that just weren't gifting.
Yes.
Talking about gagapoefie gifts,
yes.
I've seen on the interwebs that Pink, we all know her, love her. You know, just run just as fast as I can to the middle of nowhere, to the middle of my frustrated ears, and that's where.
Raise your glass and there's so many.
Please, please, only.
Wow.
I love pink.
That's like she's right here in front of me.
I know, right? I have to go to the gym a lot to emulate. She has a body.
She has a body.
She's a body. Anyway, she was on stage entertaining her fans as they do.
As one does.
Celebrity people.
Yes.
And sometimes your fans brings you nice little gifts, you know.
I've seen plenty of things at these big concerts where, of course, the girls will throw on their bras and their panties, and you think that's very expensive to throw that away.
Do you remember when we were at the Guns N' Roses concert? No?
Yeah.
And Slash was there with his guitar.
Yes.
And then the ladies were throwing bras and panties. Oh, that's a gross word. But anyway, and he was playing and it fell on his guitar. And he was trying to play whilst throwing the panties.
Yeah.
It was funny, but no, they didn't throw pink with panties and bras. They threw her, this person, calling themselves a fan, threw pink with their mother's ashes.
Just leaving that to sink in for a second. The mother's ashes.
Yes, and Pink went, I don't know how to feel about this, which I mean is a much better reaction than I would have had.
Hey?
I was like, get your dead ass mother out of here.
What happened? And she picked it up and said, I don't know.
I'm like, what was the plan? I don't understand. I don't think anyone wants other people's relatives' ashes.
Mom had a front row seat.
She didn't even have to pay.
She didn't even have to pay, no. She got in.
I don't know how I would react, to be honest. What if she didn't know it was ashes? And she picked it up and she's like, what is that?
It's a barbecue flavouring.
A fresh intake of mommy.
Oh my word.
It's disgusting.
That's horrific.
I don't know. Like, I understand that it's a part of life, dying. Well, technically it's not a part of life. It's a part of
dying.
But you know what I mean? Like, everyone dies. There's lots of ashes in the world.
Yeah.
But don't throw it at your favourite pop store. I guess that is today's top tip. Don't throw
your ashes at your... Okay.
Huh?
If you can teach anything today, then that's possibly it, I think,
Don't throw your ashes at people. Or your mother's ashes. Or any of your family members. Or your enemies. Don't throw any ashes.
Took a while to get to that. Don't throw any ashes. Tell you what, for the viewers today.
They are not paying us. Get that logo out of our shot.
Okay, well, I'm going to open this thing at the end of the episode. Just so that people can hear that.
I wanted to say you really need to get a girlfriend, but you have one.
Yes, I know.
I read an article about if you are in South Korea.
Yes.
Then all of a sudden, you are 1 to 2 years younger.
She got it right.
Younger.
Yes.
Alright. And the reason for that, I don't know if you know how their laws and stuff work, but it's always been everyone turns a year older on the 1st of January. They don't have separate birthdays.
Really?
And it's always been like this.
Okay.
Like, that hasn't changed. But also, in South Korea, when you are born, you are 1 year old.
Oh, I understand what you're saying.
But now that is the part that they changed. So now they count the time that you spent in the tummy. They count
the 9 months.
The months that you spent as a fetus.
As a fetus, yes.
That's how it's spelled. I don't know why. Fetus.
A fetus, yes.
Okay. But anyway, I digress. So now, if you are born on New Year's Eve, then on the 1st of January, you are 2 years old.
Gee.
Because you are already
You're
one.
already one, and then you're in the tummy. Ah, okay.
And fetus time.
And fetus time,
And
yes.
now it's your birthday. So you are over 2 years old, and you were born yesterday.
Get like a massive present. Like 2 of them.
Just not someone's ashes thrown, preferably. So that was interesting to me. I have a question for you.
Do you a whole one?
A whole web.
Lay it on me, sister.
What is your biggest fears?
I have one.
Tell me more.
And it all started when it's called a spider.
I don't know that.
Yeah, you know this. I don't do spiders. I'll swim with a shark, with crocodiles, with... I don't do spiders. There's that, and then also...
Well, I would hope that you don't do spiders. That is bestiality.
Give me a challenge,
but with tiny animals. I've never met anyone ever more afraid of spiders.
I can't even see
than
them in
you.
a book. I'm bad. I'm terrible.
I need to tell the story because it just reminded me. But we used to live on a farm. Okay, so I'm well versed in farm life. And at our house, there were spiders everywhere. And they did not bother us. They were a part of our lives. Every evening, the same spider would be at the same spot. Lovely. Mr. Arod comes to visit us. He enters the bathroom. And we have a little rein spinnekop living in our bathroom. He just wants, safety. Not in Arod's world.
No.
He proceeded to almost vergiftig the whole household.
I emptied almost like a whole can of Doom.
He emptied.
Yeah.
Now Doom has to sponsor us. He emptied a whole can of insect repellent.
Look at you.
And it was hilarious because it's a rein spinnekop. It's not going to do anything. He's lovely. He just wants to be there. Anyway.
Where's your research? Are you a biologist? How do you know these things?
No, but I am a farm girl. And you know what? In all the years I lived on the farm, there's been many spiders, and not once did I die.
So
the reason I asked you about this fear business is because I'm pretty sure a lot of people have the fear of being buried alive.
Yes.
And it's not something that really happens. It's one of those fears that's not really going to happen. But the other day, a woman knocked onto her own coffin.
Okay, onto her own
So
coffin.
she was #deceased.
Yes.
And then it was
living her best life.
Exactly.
Yes.
And she was at her funeral in the coffin.
Yes.
And then she woke up and she was like,
You do a very good, I'm lying in a coffin right now. I'm just gonna... Very good. I felt like we were at a grave.
And then she was like, hello?
Hey!
Can I please get removed from this coffin? And that scared the crap out of me. How does that happen? How does one get put in a coffin whilst not being dead?
Maybe they didn't check. So so she had seizures or epilepsy or something like that.
Maybe not. Is it narcolepsy, which is the one where you're sitting and then you're like... That one. Is it narcolepsy?
I think that's narcolepsy, yes. The one where you just pass out. Or it's...
You fall asleep.
You just fall asleep. Just like that, yeah. So, but it wasn't that. She had something else and it was almost like her heart stopped. And then we're like...
And they thought...
Yes, her heart really stopped.
That is terrifying.
That is horrific. You know they used to put bells with little thingies down all the way into things. So if people were like... Ding-ling-ling-ling-ling-ling.
And that's where the term saved by the bell comes from. Did you know that?
Yes, I did. Huh?
We are just giving each other facts that we already know.
We already know about stuff, yeah.
But that is a fun fact. Do you know what my biggest fear is?
Tell me.
So first of all, water. We all know that. Like, especially the sea. I don't go there. It's not for me.
And a glass of water renders you speechless.
I don't drink water. Have you seen what water does to, like, ships that sink? Did you see that rust?
Yes.
It's water.
It's water, yes.
But put that ship in a glass of Coke. Immaculate.
No. There'll be no ship left, my dear.
Well. One of my other biggest fears is accidentally falling pregnant. Because babies are creepy. That's neither here nor there. It doesn't really bother me much because it's not a possibility. Because I'm very single.
You are unbelievably single. Most single person I know.
Exactly. And also, I don't really like people in my general direction. It repulses me. So
Yes,
there's not much chance there's no chance of me falling pregnant. Until now. Because now, a mother crocodile, befallen pregnant, and she had a baby, all by herself. They did DNA on the baby, and it's 99% her. She's been in isolation, and she's never been in the presence of a manlike crocodile. So
listen, I've heard that story many times. Well, I don't know with the baby, but I've never been with anyone before. They say that she didn't whatever, but what if late at night?
She was in isolation. Do you think the other crocodile who was in another place buzzed himself out of the cave and walked and buzzed himself into lady camp?
You know, there's no. That's not what I'm saying. Although that would make an amazing story.
They did a test on the baby. There's no other DNA. It's 100% her child. There's no manlike.
Is that what she's gonna say in court? It's 100% mine, and then what happens? And then the father's gonna come through, and there's gonna be a test.
You do know that if two humans pairs and a specimen falls out, that they have 50% mommy's DNA, 50% daddy's DNA. This baby crocodile, or the whatever, 100% mommy. There's no man involved, and if science can find a way for women to become pregnant on their own, what would the use be of men? Would there be anything left?
Excuse me, what's the
Okay, opening.
You wanna open this can of worms? What happens when your car breaks down? Oh no! I don't know what to do.
And so you're sitting here in front of the camera on the year 2023.
Yes.
And you're telling our viewers that women are useless.
No, I'm telling your viewers that I know you don't know how to fix a car, Samantha.
Okay, but no, neither do you.
I know how to call a man that'll fix a car.
So there's no female mechanics. Oh my word, he's going to get cancelled. What a sexist bastard.
I'll tell the mechanic to wear a wig.
And only recently did I find out, when you climb Mount Everest, you walk past like hundreds of dead bodies.
Yeah.
They use them as beacons because they can't move them, and they are like perfectly preserved because of the cold. And you just walk past there with a man standing there like...
Yeah, like... That's it.
You climbed Kilimanjaro.
I climbed Kilimanjaro, yeah.
Did you come across any dead bodies?
No. Just some of my hopes and dreams died a little bit, but it was okay. No, it was insane. It was amazing, but it was one of the most boring things I've ever done in my life.
I feel like you're the first person in history to say, I climbed Kilimanjaro. It was boring.
It was so boring.
I love hiking.
Because you do. No, you don't. You just
Yes,
like walking to the shops.
I don't like walking to the shops. I like hiking.
You like hiking?
I love hiking, but not Kilimanjaro.
Okay. Why I say it was so boring is because you can't breathe. You struggle to because it's not as bad as Everest, no doubt, but
Altitude issues.
And
Okay,
then,
but struggling to breathe doesn't sound boring to me.
do you know what sounds boring? 1 foot. Next foot.
I know how walking works.
Next foot. I'm doing this in real time. Next foot. And you've got to climb, however, 12,000 feet at the speed of smell. So, I got so bored. Because you one leg, and then this. And if you try to, and of course you're walking with other people, so you can't walk faster.
How long did it take you to reach the top?
It took us, I think it's 3 or 4 days, but then the last sort of day is madness. The last day you awake for about 40 hours. And, because as I say, with regards to...
That is longer than a day.
Yes, it's longer than a day.
So you can't say the last day.
You can't say the last day. Yeah.
Awake for 40 hours.
Yes. Like
because the internet sleuths
yes, it does.
will be like, there's 24 hours in a day. Okay, the last 40 hours is insane.
It's insane. And the reason why you get so bored is because you do that. And then I try to entertain everybody by singing Disney songs. Mm-hmm. So...
You can't do it, because Disney's copyright.
No, they're going to copyright it, yeah, you are. So, Let's go with that. And then we'll put what song that was at the bottom. And then...
I can...
Can
the
you...
world.
And so you climb up, and the thing is that you don't go just straight up. You go in zigzags. Because it's like, if you've ever walked on those little pebbles, those things, those cement whipper thingies, that are... You walk on something like that. So it's not solid, it's not a solid base or whatever. And then eventually at about 5:36 in the morning, you get, because you hike through the night, because so that everything's frozen. So that you don't slide.
Is there snow?
Yes!
I didn't know that.
There's monstrous, there's glaciers. Dark grief. So there are glaciers right at the top. It's weird, it's like it's just empty space. And then there's a thing that's like 10, 15 meters high up in the sky, like a big ice block.
Well, that's not the type of hiking that I do, but the one that we did, I can't remember the place's name, but it's in Mpumalanga, which is a province in this country. And we went there to do a hike. And then the Saturday we would do 11 kilometers, which I thought was a very, very...
That's
something to be proud about, but when you put it into perspective of Kilimanjaro, then it's like not that much. But that is nice. There's no dead bodies. Although the one time we did see a buff adder, but they are chill slanger, you know? They are very poisonous. Don't get me wrong.
Very poisonous,
but they are not aggressive. Most of the time it's when you accidentally step on one that you get bitten. But they are lazy snakes. They just lay there.
They just lay there. But that's what they're hoping for. Is something. Your lazy snake wasn't very cute. It was moving a lot, I feel. Do that again, but then just look up. that's much better. I'm getting puff other from that.
I feel like people are learning nothing from this podcast. We never claimed to be educational. Don't come at me.
Oh, let's learn something. Who climbed Everest?
Elon Musk.
So clever. Edmund Hillary.
Oh, I actually knew that.
Sure. And did you know that...
We are in the informational portion of the podcast.
That's it, yes. And he even had a guy that also went with him. Oh, and another guy, the guy that I'd like to meet so much is a celebrity. Can I tell you about a celebrity I'd like to meet? Because I haven't met. I've met quite a few. I want to meet Bear Grylls, because he also climbed Everest.
Is that the guy with the hair?
With the hair? What hair? Okay, give me your, like you did Puff Adder, give me your hair. How does his hair look?
Who's the guy with the white hair that stands like this? Who does cooking? Who's he?
Gordon Ramsay.
No! Not that one. The one with the burgers and stuff.
Oh! Just like, how did we get here?
I thought he was a bear.
No! Oh, what's his name?
Guy,
yes.
Guy,
yes. No, his name is Guy. Bear Grylls. He's a guy who does like all these adventure thingies. And then he's the guy like, he was on Discovery Channel and he like ate like an eyeball of a cow here and he explored there and things like that. Why? To show you what happens in these survival.
I don't care. I need to survive. I'm on the deserted island.
Yes.
I find a cow. I'm going to eat its eyeball.
Yes.
I'm not going to take me a steak.
No.
I'm going for the eyeball. Anyway. You're
not doing too well, too hot today. But it's okay.
Who was your first celebrity crush?
She's been drinking. Yeah, sure. My very first, because I like tennis so much and everything, it was Anna Kournikova.
Is she the one who has the butt picture?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess I know where the crush is coming from.
She was married, or I don't know if she's still married to Enrique Iglesias.
I wanted to say Ricky Martin.
Close enough, because he does that song. It's tonight at the dawn, it's take my love. That one, hey? It's like you were in the music video. You were there.
I feel like I'm at a concert.
I
didn't even have to pay the money. I had two people that I had a crush on when I was a youngster. My first crushes.
Yes.
And I feel like it's maybe gonna freak people out about myself. No, but maybe. I'm having a stroke. My first celebrity crush, first of all, was Billy Idol. And
who's got the white spiky hair now?
That guy, yes. Because I saw The Wedding Singer.
Yes, yes.
And he was in that movie.
He was in that movie, yeah.
And I thought, none of the boys in my school looks like that. Okay, and he had the leather and the hair. And he does this thing when he sings.
Yeah.
In the midnight hour, and I thought he's sexy. And then I developed a crush on Johnny Depp, which persisted to this day, if I'm being honest. But where I got this crush from is the part that is questionable. Because it was after watching the movie The Astronaut's Wife, which is a terrible movie, first of all.
It's a very sad movie.
No, it's just a bad movie.
Oh, it's just a bad movie in general.
It's not very good.
Okay.
And Johnny Depp's character isn't a very nice man. He's not gentle. And he's alien-esque. Okay? It's one of those types of movie. Also, it contains Charlize Theron. Which is one of the other reasons that I don't like it. But I remember thinking, this man, who is Johnny Depp, who played like Spencer or something. I think so. I remember thinking to myself, this man is beautiful. He's gorgeous.
No, he's very attractive.
He's so attractive.
He's very attractive.
And somehow, as he aged, just got better. Have you seen the Savon? The perfume, the Dior fragrance that Johnny Depp is the face of. Savon.
Savon. Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Please.
But go and look at that advert.
Savon.
This man is gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Okay.
So that was my celebrity crushes. Before we end off this episode, we're going to jump right into Arod's idiotic joke.
Well, seeing, I hiked Kilimanjaro. You know what they say about lunges? It's a big step forward. Thank you. I won't be here all week.
And now we're going to jump into Sami's Blêrie rant, where I rant about something that happened this week. It was very, very difficult to narrow this down to just one story. But let's jump in, shall we? Oh, hello and welcome to today's episode of Sami Does a Rant, aka Sami cocks in a brook about something that happened in this country. And we are going to talk about something that happened just yesterday at the time of filming. Probably a few days ago at the time of posting this video. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the Blêrie Blue Light Brigade. Or as I like to call them, Blauw Lig Poepolle. So, there's a video going around on the social media of these police officers, VIP, German car driving, power-hungry poepolle, getting out of their cars and allegedly, because I have to say that apparently for legal reasons, but quite literally in front of our faces, with proof, allegedly, they assaulted 2 civilians. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, whilst watching that video, it really cracked my heart. And I was angry, alright? Because the police is supposed to protect us. But the last time when I saw a police officer, I got scared. I was like, is this a real police officer? Is it the fake one? Is it the good one? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? And the worst part, these people were like in the middle of Joburg. Everyone could see them. They didn't even worry about it. So imagine what they do when the public isn't watching. Huh? Think about that. Anyway, pissed me off, but the most hilarious part is that the police said they're gonna do an internal investigation, which is ridiculous. What the same people investigating themselves, ridiculous. The most hilarious part, I'm gonna read to you verbatim. Is that the word? Isn't that a great word?
Verbatim.
I'm gonna read it for you just as it's standing here. While the internal department investigation into the conduct of the members is underway, the SAPS distances itself from the conduct and behavior depicted in the video, which do not align with the values and code of conduct of the SAPS, which outlines the values and principles. They use the word values a lot. Very interesting for people who don't have any. These values and principles that the SAPS members are expected to uphold is integrity, professionalism, accountability, and respect for human rights. What a load of bollocks! I love that word, bollocks. Anyway, that is it for today. I talked about things that happened. That video is disgusting. And the people in that video should get kicked in the mouth. That is it for today's segment called Sami, Blêrie, Rant and Rave. That was the rant part. This is the rave part. Shimmy shoulders. Shimmy shoulders. Arod is over there cocking himself too. But back to podcast Sami. I hope you enjoyed today's rant from Sami, who is me. And I thought every week I'm gonna teach you guys a new Afrikaans saying. And this week's saying comes from the crocodile story that we did earlier. And that is the saying, ek is so kwaad, ek kan 'n krokodil borsvoed. Which translates to, I'm so angry, I can breastfeed a crocodile. Just to be clear, I don't recommend doing it because it's a cock idea. It's just the same. Anyway, that is it for today's episode of the Blêrie podcast. Arod,
hello.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. And now what we've all been waiting for. Listen. Somebody give me some toast.
I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna go find some food now.
Not in this house. July is a long month. There's too much month left at the end of the salary.
Yes.
That is it, guys. I hope to see you again next week, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Blêrie podcast. I'm very sorry to the editor of this video. Well, guys, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Blêrie podcast. Comment down below who was your first celebrity crush, and we'll see you again next week. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye! If you are in South Korea, then certainly you're going to be a year or two older.
Young.
You told me. I'm not gonna speak about you.
Oh,
I read an article.
Yes, you know.
I read an article that says
Have some tomato sauce.